All right, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of This Might Get Deep with me, Ariel May. Y'all, these next couple episodes gonna be a lot of hats and no makeup, so y'all, I don't want to hear it because I was rushing and none of y'all business. Anyway, as always, I got a special guest with me, my guy Kevin. He's here today because I invited him, and a lot of y'all may know who he is already. But if not, he is, how can I describe you? A designer. He's a fashion influencer. He's a father. He's a man. He's a black man. And then how I know him as a good person, a big-hearted person, selfless. And I know we don't have a big personal relationship, but just my encounters with him through fashion, he was always just giving, always like hella cool. I'm like, okay, this is somebody that you can keep in like your corner on your team, or just somebody that you're acquainted with because of his energy and type of person he is. So I brought him here today because I would love for him to go deeper into who Kevin is. And again, a lot of y'all may know him for the fashion stuff he's doing, but I feel like there's many layers to a person more than what they do. And that's why we're here today. Definitely. So what's up with you?
Definitely.
You looking real fly and cool.
I'm chilling. You know what I mean?
You got the dark shades on. Ain't nobody wore dark shades on here.
Hey, it's a first, you know what I mean? But nah, I want to say I appreciate you inviting me on here. I definitely have been a little more discreet in like my journey. I've been able to accomplish a lot and do things, but to get on this camera, especially on your podcast, you know, and explain it, go into it, and hopefully give somebody some value. It's definitely going to be powerful. So
yeah, and you know, you've been discreet with it, but something I can't quote it, but like you would always say something like you know it's coming. Like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it just feels like it seems like you always knew that wherever you want to be, you're going to get there. And I feel like you would have little posters, say little things like, it's up. Like, you know that, you know, even before anybody else was here. So I just feel like this is just everything you knew was going to be.
Honestly, and I'm going to be real, I got that delusional optimism. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a person where I'm like, if you keep trying, you keep knocking at the door, it got to open. So it's like, I think I've taken that, and it's been my mentality throughout this entire journey from beginning. I mean, it's not like I just had a blueprint. Nobody has really done some of the things that I've done, especially from the Bay Area. So
especially from the Bay,
yeah. So it was like, for me, I'm like, I just got to keep going.
Yeah.
I just got to keep trying, and the more I accomplish, the more I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm like, how far can we really take it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before we get into it, are you okay with me praying us in?
Come on.
So this is a new thing I'm doing, as y'all seen on the last episode when y'all see it, that I just want to open a space, and the whole point of my podcast is to be intentional, and whatever we talk about, I really wanted to touch somebody else and be impactful, not just us having a conversation and like, you know, it's not like no radio show or nothing. I really wanted to be intentional and meaningful to whoever's listening, and for each other. You know, we may discover some stuff, or, you know, maybe some healing or whatnot. So I just want to open a space for that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have you get into the fit details.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, so I'll pray us in. You want to pray us in?
I'll let you do it.
Okay, right. I just gotta ask you, maybe feeling it. Father God, I just want to say thank you for allowing Kevin and I to be here in this space, Lord, together. I thank you for the traveling grace and mercy that you allowed him and his family to have as they traveled here today to be on this podcast, Lord. I pray that you allow your Holy Spirit to move, and you allow us to talk about and discuss things that you feel are relevant and appropriate to whoever's listening. I pray that there's one thing that we say or share that can touch somebody at home, and I pray that you place it on our hearts to give, whether it's words of encouragement or inspiration or motivation. I just pray that you have your way and that you lead throughout this conversation, Lord. And I thank you in advance. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All
See,
right.
Mine would have been a little simpler than that. You killed that.
Thank you for the food, amen. Nah, it's good. You ponder on it, you might can pray us out. It don't gotta be nothing special.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want to.
It's good. It's good.
But fit details, please. I really enjoy these loafers. I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. It's so funny. So we can start with the feet, right? Wallaby.
Can you do a little
what?
Can your foot get up there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little, But nah, I got the black leather wallabies on.
Okay.
These were gifted to me by Clark's. Thank
Wow.
you. Shout out to the Clark's team. I had to get these because I just feel like they elevate whatever fit that you put on.
For sure.
Raw denim. had to go with like a vintage looking denim. I got these from Zara. Simple white tee.
Them is nice jeans. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, these is essential for a wardrobe for sure. Simple white tee and then a Coach jacket. I've been really feeling Coach lately, so I got this for Fashion Week. And yeah, it's one of them timeless pieces.
I love that I've been seeing you post Coach stuff too, and I be seeing some nice Coach stuff, and I'm like, why do people act like you can't wear Coach no more? I'm like, this is hella cute.
For real.
So I appreciate you bringing Coach back, and it's crazy how things are so trendy. You posting about it is making people want to go get it.
1000%.
And it's crazy. They could already like it, but because nobody's talking about it or because they ain't seen it with nobody else, they're like, people want to talk about me for a Coach. But then now you being this fashion influencer, it's like, oh, Kev said it's good.
Right.
We finna go get some Coach,
right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I don't never do a fit check, but I'm just do mine.
Yeah, we got to talk about you.
I can't show the shoes because I'm really supposed to have on some pink Tims, but I don't feel like changing. But I got on just some cargo pants. Actually, I think these are some men's Zara pants. This is from I would like to say a black-owned brand that I found on Instagram. I cannot remember the name, but I'm gonna actually put it in the YouTube comments. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I'm new to the little things I got. We're gonna cut this part out.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Actually, I'm gonna keep it because y'all know I don't like no edits.
We raw.
This,
I don't know if it's supposed to click.
I don't know. This is real bougie and fancy for me. So I don't know, like, I'm trying to try something new and be official. But anyway, I got this tie is just a regular Goodfellow tie. But what I did was I went to Tiny Desk and styled a Russell and had the opportunity of being on there. And they had like a lot of little pins. So I just took me a little handful and I had them. I didn't know what I was going to do with them. And one day I was like, I want to add to my tie. I was like, let me be creative and put something on there. And that's where this tie came from. Okay, now. This ghetto.
It's probably going to fall again.
Why is doing that? Okay, so that's where the tie came from. And that's got on a white. Oh, this right here is my boy hat in South Carolina. It's called Exotic Tops. And so that's what this is. And then he put the bedazzles in it. And I actually been enjoying this hat. I know this is like a trend right now.
Yeah.
With
that's
gems and stuff in the hat. So that's what I got on.
Rhinestones are in right now. Yeah. And I like that. I do like the pin detail.
Thank you. Okay, so let me ask you. We're going to get into like the backstory. But I do want to know. So people always ask me about trends. And I'm not like, I always say I'm a fake stylist. And I be playing. But I'm just like, I know how to put the fit together.
Yeah.
And really make some pop, but I don't do like the deep research and know like the brands. I don't know what's new. I don't know what's hot. I don't know. I barely be knowing what's trendy because if I don't do like scrolling too much on social media. And I used to have imposter syndrome with that. I used to be like, damn, like, am I fooling people? But I'm like, no, my talent is putting a fit together.
Right.
I don't have to know where it came from.
Natural.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So for you, that's like your niche, like where stuff at, what's hot, what the streets is, or you are making something hot now.
Right.
So like, can you share a little bit about like what it is that you currently do, and then I want to know like, is that just something you've always been interested in and you enjoy doing yourself, and you put it out there, or that's something that you started to do to be in the position you are now?
So believe it or not, I've always loved fashion. Like, from a young boy, I've always wanted to pick my own outfits, all of that, right? I used to iron socks, like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it get real. But I always loved fashion, and so finding the new pieces, it of course started out with sneakers, being a sneakerhead, that whole era. Then stuff just got too expensive, and my foot got bigger. I'm like, I'm not paying that, you know what I mean? So I kind of just was like, whatever. But yeah, going into the fashion world, started off as a designer. So for me, it was like I had to stay in the know of what was hot because a lot of the times I would design based off like, yo, this silhouette is cool right now, or this colored T-shirt is popping right now. It's just for sale stuff. And it started off there. So all this research and like what I'm technically doing now is being that person that puts people on to what's the hottest new brands out there, right? So you can kind of just follow me and I'm going to bring all the hottest stuff from, biggest brands like Bottega, from Louis, and even like streetwear brands too, which is like the independent ones. That's really how my platform blew up, is by highlighting independent creators, right? And that was brand owners, artists, painters, whatever the case may be. If you dope, I'm highlighting you.
Yeah.
Like, so a lot of what I do is just based around that. And I think it's been really successful solely because it's authentic. I think the natural love for the sport of finding really touches people. And they're like, wow, like, I just love your perspective on these things. Because like you said earlier, in regards to like the coach, most people not going to say they like it, even if they do, which is sad. I feel like, yo, share your perspective. Like, who's to say that that's not fly? Just because somebody else don't like it, that's fine for me. Like, and I've always been like that. So I think just utilizing that confidence and being that voice of like, no, this is fly. Like, I like this. People are now like, damn, all right, I trust him.
Right.
So, and then that's where brands step in. Like, all right, people trust you. Talk about this. And I'm like, if I don't like it, I'm not talking about it. Simple and plain. That's another thing that people don't know is like, even if the dollar is right, I'm not posting about it unless I genuinely rock with it.
Which I appreciate because I'm one of them people that I'll see something because maybe somebody promoted it that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
And I'll use an example like skincare stuff. Right. People be promoting it. Oh, it's going to give you the glass skin and da-da-da. But they already had the glass skin before the product, but they getting paid the top dollar to promote it, so now it's just false advertisement. Yep. Or even with like a quality of something, like, oh, this can be worn in the rain or whatever, or it's fly, and it's like really not, So I appreciate the authenticity because people will sell their soul for $1.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad because, like you said, a lot of people will do that just because they're getting paid on the back end.
Sure.
But what you're doing is you're ruining your credibility. So it's like, over time, you selling yourself short. Because you could have built your community to 1 million followers.
Yeah.
But you chose to sell some bad product for the $1.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like, ain't nobody about to follow you for that.
That's a fact. And I appreciate that. I want to ask you, my mind is running through so many thoughts because you're just so layered. But I do want to take it back and because I met you through, I got some hats over here. Oh, yeah. My little sign is going to keep falling off. Y'all don't get that today. Okay?
She got the OG thing.
Right. Which I really love and enjoy these hats. Like,
thank you.
When you sent them in a pack, I was like, these is hard. Yeah. Sorry. I was like, these is hard.
One of my favorites.
So you want to describe or like?
Yeah. So, I mean, right there, we got I call it the thinking cap. I feel like all of my good ideas came when I had one of these hats on. So that's called the 3D thinking cap. If you look at the embroidery,
it's the blue one or both?
Both. Okay. Yeah. Both of the embroideries are popping off of the actual hat itself. Very simple though. I try not to go too hard because I just feel like it's a staple piece. You know what I mean? Like you put that Yang hat on, you're gonna see it in the crowd, regardless of where you at. Yeah,
I can tell too with your brand that you are like a minimalist. Would you call yourself that?
I would.
Like a less is more type of person. But with these, I felt like you kind of like, for what I've seen, I feel like you had kind of jumped off a little bit, like when it comes to the color and the print. Because I'm a loud person. So when I see these, I was like, oh, this is my vibe. Like, I like the extra. As you can see, like, just extra.
Yeah.
But I used to design stuff. And I can, but I don't enjoy the art of designing. Like, I truly just enjoy putting stuff together and styling. So I want to know for you, wait, do I want to jump there yet? Actually, let me pause before you start giving the blueprint.
You know I'm going to lay it out.
I know you are, which I love. Listen, I love people. That's why I always connect with people who are selfless. Yeah. Because it's enough for everybody out here. You feel me? But before we get to the blueprint, I want you to introduce yourself like Kevin. Like, who is Kevin? Like, whether that's starting from your upbringing, whether that's starting with you as a father, but like, who is Kevin? And then we can get into like how this even came about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off rip, I'll say Kevin is, a God-fearing man, faithful man, a person that really cares about legacy. And I think even since young, like, I grew up with a unique situation. So all of my family is from Oakland, California. Okay. Right? Dubs. I grew up in Oakland, but my mom made sure I didn't experience Oakland for real. So she took me from, even though we was living in Oakland, I was going to school in Livermore.
Wow.
She's like, you not, because,
I understand.
My family really with that. So it's like, I always was like Bay Area at the heart, or in the heart. But it gave me a split reality for real. Because I'm seeing my family do one thing, but I'm around Caucasian people. You know what I mean? So it's like I had identity crisis for real in a way. So and it took me a while to find myself, but I feel like once I did was when I moved way to like the 209. So I moved from Livermore to Patterson. And then that was when it was like clean slate, because I used to hoop, I used to do all of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a teenager, but when I moved to Patterson, it was like I gotta figure out what it is that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because when I moved there, I just really went into a dark space.
I feel like it's nothing there. Is there anything in Patterson? Yeah.
Imagine going from like Bay Area to, cows, like dirt road.
Yeah.
It was bad. So I'm like, all right, what is it gonna be? And for me, it was just like being in that dark space kind of made me do a lot of positive self-talk. I had to do that daily just to kind of get myself out of that space. And I started tweeting little motivational quotes, motivational things, just to like pick myself up. But other people started to see it, and they didn't even know me. But you know how the algorithm works.
Yeah.
You kind of see things that are just around you in that city. So after a while, a lot of people were like, yo, I love your quotes, like your positive stuff. And I was like, dang, okay.
You just expressing your feelings.
Yeah, they didn't even know I'm doing it for me. Like, I ain't even doing it for you.
Right.
But and after that, they pretty much was saying like all of that. And I'm like, I love fashion, so why not join the two? Which is where Yang, which actually stands for Young and Naturally Grinding, came from. And that's how I started my brand. And I think once I really devoted myself to the fashion space and the brand space is when my life kind of like took off, because then I was introduced to entrepreneurship. That's when my faith grew. That's when my business knowledge grew. And that's when I just started seeing more of the world. But that's pretty much me and my upbringing.
Okay, I hear you say, what stood out to me is you said you were a God-fearing man. Yeah. And when you stepped into the industry, that's when your faith grew.
For sure.
So I would like to tap in more into that, because I didn't know that. I assumed, but I'm just like, I don't really be knowing what anybody believe in unless I ask them.
Right.
But just hearing that, I'm curious to how that played a part in what you're doing now, and then even like how that plays a part in like your goals. Like me and Kyra was talking about purpose. And I know for me, I was telling her like I felt like once upon a time my purpose was styling until that was like not serving anything or anybody but the project itself. Right. And I had to redefine what that was, and like my faith had to grow. But I had to go through some things in order to discover like what my God-given purpose is and what it is I should be doing and what brings me joy. Yeah. So I'm wondering for you, you said your faith grew. So I'm wondering, like, what part did you starting your fashion play in your faith growing?
I love this question. So pretty much for anybody looking to jump into entrepreneurship, if you're going to do that off rip, you're going to have people that don't believe in you, right? People not going to understand what you see, your vision, none of that. For sure, off the rip. I think that's where it started for me. Is because I had to go out on faith. I thought of something and I had an idea that I wanted to bring to life. So I'm like, all right, even though y'all don't see it, I'm gonna step out on faith just to create this. That idea ended up really working. And I think throughout all the dark times, it was like, what do you rely on? Yeah. You can't, if the money not there, you can't rely on dollars. If the people not in your corner, you can't rely on people. So it's like, what do you rely on? And for me, it was God. It was, prayer, it was manifestation, all of that, you know what I mean? So I think just throughout all of my dark times, being able to overcome it and being able to pray for things and then one day actually getting it after putting in that hard work, after having that blind faith, I think that's what made me like really understand like, yo, God is first. And even to get like a little more current, because I went through another dark space before this content thing popped off. It was like I went and I had the Foot Locker thing jumping off. We'll get into that probably. And I wanted to transition all of my manufacturing and production to the States, U.S., because I was doing overseas in China. So for me, I'm like, all right, cool. I went all in. Found a manufacturer in L.A. I'm like, cool, I got it. He gave me the samples. Like, it all felt legit. Dude ended up getting me for 30 bands. Wow. $30,000. And that's that cracked me. Yeah, that hit me across the head for sure. And I was done. Like, after that, the brand was at a halt. My business partner went back to work.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that was like a very dark moment for me. Like I wanted to stop doing fashion.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm done, bro. Like,
Yeah.
ain't no way I could recover from this. But I even had to move back to my mom's spot. In that moment, I had the tears. I had the long nights of crying. I had all of that. I'm not afraid to share that. And I think it just came to me at one point. I'm like, I release everything. Like I'm letting it go. All of my expectations, like I'm letting it go. And God, what you got for me?
That's so good.
Yeah.
What stood out to me in the beginning, because it's so many, my brain be going, I'm telling you, because I'm excited, because like I can understand, and I can relate to some aspect of that, but blind faith, right? Walking by faith, not by sight. Faith is blind. We can't see. We don't even see God.
Right.
You know, so it's like we have to trust the process and trust God's promises and trust that if we submit and in prayer and in repetition and just being more devoted to our relationship with God, that He will come through for us, right, in this world.
Every time. And
you're like walking billboard of that. But that's really hard to do, especially in entrepreneurship, especially in just like being a creative. You really have to believe in yourself, but that's not enough.
Yeah.
Right? You have to believe in God and believe that whatever it is that you're aligning yourself with is aligned with God's will. Yeah. And you have to be okay with like denying yourself of what the things you want and being okay with what God has for you. But I can only imagine getting hit over the head for $30,000 in the season of like y'all were at Bloomingdale, right? This is the same season.
Yeah, we had just got highlighted by Bloomingdale.
They're highlighted by you're highlighted by Bloomingdale. Highlight your clothes, your brand is in Foot Locker. That's crazy. I'm going to Foot Locker. I'm seeing your brand.
We had like 32 locations for real. Like the only one to do that.
That's
I have to
wild.
Make that clear. Yeah.
And to be in a season where it feels like you lose everything.
Yeah.
You lose everything to gain everything, though. It felt like you lost everything to really gain everything.
Yes.
But you had to surrender. That's so good.
Yeah.
Fully surrendering is scary. But I think that for me, God does this. God allows things to happen to where we have to come back to Him.
Yeah.
You know, we have seasons where things could be going really good, and our prayers are being answered. We're living in our prayers. Our business is flourishing. We got some money on, like, you know what I'm saying? Our relationship good, kids good, whatever the case may be. And we often forget why we're in that season of everything so good, because God allows us to. You know, I'm not saying that's your case, but I know for me, I've been in seasons where God didn't get the glory. And I'm like in the world, in the industry, and I'm chasing the wrong things, and everything is going good. But then out of nowhere, rock bottom, I lost everything. Yeah. To where it's like, God, I have nothing else left but you. Which sucks, I'm sure, for God to hear. Yeah. Like, oh, now you coming to me. But God is so good that He's like, oh, I was just waiting on you. Yeah. You know, I allowed that to happen so you can come back to where it's good, and I can't, you know. Right. So to hear that of your story, and then now to see what you're doing, I can only imagine, like, yeah, we have expectations of like being successful and like doing great things, but to be living in it, I'm sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've had moments where you're like, damn, I knew I was gonna be doing this, but like to be doing it is crazy. Or to be in certain rooms and, you know, it's like, wow.
It's honestly, I couldn't even describe it with words. Excuse me. My girl, you can ask my girl right now. I've had many a days where something happened, I just break down crying. Oh, can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the craziest thing I ever seen. Like, you know, so, and those are happy tears, by the way. And it's just, what I'll say is this. What I was doing before I reached that dark point, I'm doing it now, but just in a different way. Yeah. Right? Like, I was speaking, I was going to schools and
you were
doing all of that, right? Yeah. I'm still speaking, if you think about it. I still am speaking to millions of people.
For sure.
It's just through a different medium. I'm not going to the schools. I'm just going, I'm on the phone now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I think that is what kind of blew my mind. It's a simple fact that I used to pray for more territory, right? I didn't pray for more money or nothing. I'm like, just give me more territory. Like, give me more space to grow. And that's what He gave me.
Wow.
It hurt though. but he gave it to me ultimately. You got to be willing to go through that.
For sure. We were just talking about, like, if God was to show me, like, this is what I have for you, but in order to get to it, you got to go through all of this stuff right here, I probably would be like, nah, I got to go through that. Then after that, I got to go I'm going to probably be like, nah, I'm good.
Exactly.
You know, so it's the hurt ends up being like a good thing in the end, because that's where you get your growth from.
And knowledge.
And knowledge.
Yes.
And if we really take it deep just with God's word, in order to have strength, we have to be weak, because we go to him and get the strength. And I think oftentimes we depend on ourselves, or we got to do it ourselves mentality, when that's impossible.
Right.
You know, so even what I hear from you was like, you were hitting these dark moments and you got back up through the grace of God.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
And so I'm curious to, like, for people who are listening, when you're in a dark space, because a lot of times somebody will look at you right now, people do this to me, and like, see what I choose to share on Instagram. Like, I'm choosing to share my highlights and stuff. Like, every now and then I may share, like, you know, some little things, but you're seeing, like, the success, but don't know what it took to get to that. So now you're, like, praising me and trying to be like me where I am, but don't know all that it took to get there. And it could be another brand trying to do exactly what it is that you did, or another influence, whatever the case may be, looking at you, admiring you, but not knowing what it took, or being in a dark place right now.
Yeah.
I feel like dark places, we're gonna be in places where we're battling the world, we're battling the enemy. The battle is always in the mind.
Yep.
We're gonna lose stuff, we're gonna gain stuff, right? But is this a two-part question? Because you mentioned your girl too, and before we get to that, I want to know, like, how much of a part did she play, like, as support and, like, getting you through those times, and how important that was? And it sounded like a blessing, right? And then also, how did you pull yourself out of that outside of praying? Because when I had a Bible study one time, I had somebody ask, like, yeah, like, y'all keep saying pray, but like then what? Or like, after I'm praying, like, I like what? You know, like, I'm still in this dark place. And so I'm just curious, for someone that's like in a dark place right now, how can you encourage them from you getting out of your dark places?
Well, first I'm gonna just say, like, because you mentioned a good thing. Like, a lot of people may feel like, I pray and then what? Meet God halfway. You got to meet him halfway.
That's
so
good.
It's like, you pray and put the work in. For me personally, I grew up in a household where I seen my mama going to work regardless. She a business owner as well. She could have a headache. She could be sick. Regardless, she's getting up and going to work. Hardest working woman I know till this day. 1,000%. Yeah.
Okay, for black woman. You
might that's sister. But no, like, I would say you got to just put that work in. Like, that, you got to stack your losses before you can, feel that win. And it's I could say it sucks, but it doesn't really suck that it's built that way. That's just life. That's just how God got it, because, again, those losses teach you everything you need to know when you get to that win.
I got a question while you're right there.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment where God was like, you are hustling, you're going to get it, but he wants you to be still?
For sure.
What did that look like?
It looked like, I call that running figure eights, right? When you just staying busy. You have to have downtime to think and strategize. You ever heard that phrase where it's like, you can be moving fast and dumb and slow and smart?
Yeah.
It's like, that's a real thing. That patience, like slowing down, actually analyzing where you are in life will change everything for you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can feel like you're taking 5 steps forward, you're really taking 10 back. You're moving too fast. And that's what happened when I lost to 30, if we're being honest. I thought I had it all figured out. Oh, feel like I'm doing this. I got the whole overseas manufacturing down pat. I'm like, oh, domestic ain't nothing. Come on, found a good one. Moving too fast. Paid the guy, ran off. So it's like, you have to slow down and analyze, and do not ignore signs of God telling you to slow down. So I think that's what happened for me in that moment, and many other moments too.
Yeah.
But to your other question, it was about my girl. What?
Yeah, because you said there's times where, so your girl was with you. How long have y'all been together? And I'm just curious on to, like, what part she played. Because even when I think about, like, my boyfriend and our relationship, in our moments where it's low, or because he's an entrepreneur, he's a very successful businessman too.
Nice.
But, like, there's always it's business. You feel me? It's there's always gonna be a high. There's always gonna be a low.
Right.
And I can't imagine like the things that we experience now through business, not having each other for support. You know, to be able to encourage or lift each other up, or even like, you know, we doing certain things now, working together where we're like thought partners and helping each other, which is challenging. We're not perfect. Working together is challenging.
I can imagine.
You know, but it's like, it's so divine too once we learn and get it right as people, right? So I'm wondering for your girl as your support, and I don't know if like she was pregnant in this season, but I really want to just dig deeper into like the darker times, the real life moments, because like, again, I just feel like people are looking at you right now like, oh man, that's what's up. Like you doing your thing, but it's like, although you've been blessed with opportunities, it didn't just come overnight. You know, you actually have to believe, have faith, like you said, to get to these certain moments in your life. And that's so big for me, and I keep coming back to that because people come to me all the time like, oh, how did you this and how did you that? And not really thinking that I had like real life moments. And I'm like, if only y'all knew where I come from. The day I was born, I've always known struggle. And, you know, I've always had like a really tough life. I didn't have a great childhood. And people see where I am now and just assume. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even now in this moment where I am, they assume like, oh, she living large, she got this type of money. I'm still on the path of trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So
sure. I want to talk about that. Some questions are, was like the pregnancy and things during that time, and how was that for you having to be support to her while pregnant, but then also her support to you in like your career? Because if I'm assuming, it seemed like she's very like supportive in your career and like your backbone for real.
1000%.
So I'm just curious to that, because being in a relationship as an entrepreneur, as a business person, it's so important to find that person that can understand or at least be willing to, you know? So.
Man. So.
We're going to shout out the women, okay?
Yeah, we have to. My girl goes so crazy. She's really helped me on this journey. Just with her blind faith and me. You know what I mean? Like, I think she's seen qualities in me to where she know, like, if he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. Even if it's not evident or not, like, clear in front of us right now. And that's what I credit her to.
That's big.
It's everything.
Yeah, that's
especially
big.
For a man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's women who can't see that. There's women who don't always see the vision. And my girl, she just so happens to be an entrepreneur as well. So she kind of understand that headspace, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was very helpful for her to just kind of be there by my side in them dark times. Cause I'll be honest, like when I was at this low point when we at my mom's crib, that's when we found out we was, you know, pregnant.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'm scared as hell.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm spooked. I'm like, okay.
Because you in this low place.
I'm low.
Yeah.
I'm low. Like, I'm telling you, I'm low. No savings, nothing. You know what I mean? I'm still building my credit up at that time.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So I'm like, when she told me that, you know, she was pregnant, I'm like, okay. Like, it's up to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. It's up to you, and if we choose to go through with this, we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Simple and plain. And I think just us both having that faith, because her faith is very, she grew up in the church, all that. And she's helped strengthen mine, for real. Just with how faithful she is in moments. I've had times, even, you know, all my dark moments, I'm like, man, it's over with. Like, I'm about to go do this. I'm about to go do this. She's like, no, just... it's okay. Things will work out, things like that. So she's very supportive in that way. But yeah, having a good woman is everything to me. And I think that has helped me get to where I'm at today. I definitely would give her that credit. Like, me having a peace of mind at home helped me elevate, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when she was pregnant, though, what did that look like for you? Like, did that... I can only imagine that, like, put some fire up under you to, like, you like, I gotta figure it out now.
Oh, yeah. I'm figuring it out. Like, whatever it is that is in front of me, I'm obsessing over this. And I'll be real, that's what I did with the content.
Yeah.
Like, that's what... I remember, I'll never forget, we was laying in the bed, and I was just watching, like, TikTok, and I seen this woman get a car as a PR pack.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
ain't no way they gave her a truck for a post. There's no way.
Wow.
I'm like, I gotta see what this about.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to just try it. Did a couple videos. I was like, I'm gonna come up with a blueprint, 3 posts a day, do it at 12, 3, and 6. That's when I'm gonna post. And I'm still doing that to this day. I have not taken a day off.
Wow.
Not one. And that was November of last year.
So when did it kick off?
I got my first like viral post probably like 2 weeks in.
Wow.
And I think I woke up and it was like, 10,000 plus
That fast is
notifications.
crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was like 10,000 plus notifications. I look at her like, look, like it's working. And she's like, oh, that's crazy. Then my mom's knew it and all that. And then I remember telling my little brother and them, I'm like, my goal is to get 1,000 followers. And this is on TikTok. Surpassed that. They seen that. And then from there, that compound effect is just, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So within, from that point to now, we've been able to grow over 100,000. I'm almost at like 60K on IG and then 43K on TikTok.
Crazy. And I'm watching it. I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
You got Michael B following. Let me not play.
How did I know?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But even just like you funking with Jim, or not funking. Let me not. But you got a little like fake, funny stuff with Jim Jones. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
He's a funny guy.
And not to like highlight those moments. It's like, oh, you winning, but it's just like, wow, like you're in a different world.
1,000%.
And
it's crazy.
From just believing in yourself and like trusting, like I'm finna go and I'm finna do what I'm good at.
Yeah.
And seeing something and not being afraid, because it's like, what else can I lose? You was already in a space where you feel like you lost everything.
Exactly.
And congratulations on y'all place, right? Y'all got a new place. You got a home. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. That was a big moment.
Yeah.
For sure, because it's been a while. When I was living in LA, I had roommates and coming back to mom's crib and all that. So it was just different to have your own just big space where you create the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You create the vibe, and I can wake up, drink my tea,
have
whatever
a slow morning.
Yeah, I can do what I want, man. It's definitely a good life for sure.
I love that. You finna have to start getting the content of the when I wake up at 5 a.m.
You know it. with the serotonin.
You got to.
Yeah, for sure. It's coming.
I hear you mention your mom a lot, and it sounds like you have supported women in your life. And this, I'm gonna say this too. This is the first interview where I'm like, not even interview, because I don't do interview style, but I'm so like, this is not even me trying to have like a good. These are questions I want to know. Yeah. I don't even know if they interested, but I'm just like, wow, like knowing you just from like this, and our connection being from you sending me stuff for me to style people in, blessing LaRussell with stuff, and that ended up being some good stuff too that popped off. Yeah, and then even like blessing me with a little pack or whatever, which I'm so sorry, I'm so terrible at wearing stuff and posting it. You ain't
through that on sense. Nah.
I wear it. But I'm really bad at like receiving packages and like, okay, I'm gonna do content. That like I was gonna do that for a minute, this is a tangent, but it don't feel me. Like I feel like I'm just doing it just to try to like, everything I do gotta just be purpose driven. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna post it, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna plan a content day, and I just feel so like that's not me.
It's cringy, huh?
Yeah.
No,
so
I ain't.
But see, that's I know. But look,
long as she got it,
I wear it.
Long as you get it in her hands, that's all.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to spread it, and I'm gonna put my client in it.
Yeah, for sure. But for sure.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. I think that what was I saying?
You talking about
moms?
So,
right. Having a supportive mom, because. So no shade to my mom, I love my mom, but me and my journey, like I've never had parental guidance.
Okay.
I didn't grow up in like a household, like a loving household. It was a domestic violence household. My mom was being abused, and then we were being abused by the same man. Wow. Never my mom abusing us, but she had her moments where she would like mentally just be not feeling it. But I just grew up in a very dysfunctional household. And then my dad, no problem with him either. Our relationship has grown throughout time, and now I'm connected with my dad. But he was 19 or 20 or something when he had me, so he was figuring his life out too, and not really like feeling the best or doing the best. And so I didn't have that. I had his parents, which was my grandma and my grandfather, but they were in Chicago, so I would only see them like in the summer or like maybe a holiday. And so I had like so much freedom growing up, and I grew up in Oakland, born and raised, different schools, like in the streets, just like hanging out late, spending out at people's house, boys, like just all the things. And Thank God I always had a conscience, and my grandma always prayed over me, and she introduced me to God young, so I never went too far off.
Right.
But I've had experiences, and I didn't have the support that I wish I had. And like even now, that's why I go so hard for my daughter to give her what I didn't have. Right. And I think that's why I went so hard for myself, because I didn't have that. Even now, like, I'm an affectionate person now, kind of. My friends will get me for this. I'm like, hugging and stuff with my boyfriend, like very affectionate with my daughter. Like, even my daughter, like, I'm still trying to be more affectionate. I didn't grow up with that.
Yeah. You had to learn that.
I had to learn that. Yeah. Even like saying I love you was like cringe. You feel me? But now it's different. I could say it, but I had to unlearn some things to learn the right things. And so I'm saying all this because hearing you mention your mom a lot feels so good to me. Like, for you to have your mom and for her to be a part of your journey, where you showing your mom something that's not a part of her day and age, and she's like supporting you with it. Yeah. You feel me? Because with my grandma, God rest her heart, her soul, when she was here, she was like, okay, but what about a 401k? Even my daddy, he like, I could tell him I made thousands of dollars. Like, I got a contract for $16,000 before from a school just to go teach them fashion. Wow. And I'm telling him, and he like, okay, but what about the 401k? Like, what about the savings? And what about very traditional? And I'm just like, dang, like, I'm really thriving out here in my world, and y'all don't get it. And it's like, I never feel like I had the support with that. And I felt like I always was trying to prove myself. Even sometime now, I still feel like that. So for you, after I'm done being long-winded, how does that support from your mom play a part in like everything that you're doing? And is it as strong? Was it what it sound like?
I'm gonna be honest. Without moms, I simply wouldn't be here. I think I always gotta go back to this one story. Like, when I first was starting Yang, it was supposed to be one of my homeboys at the time, and I'm like, "Yo, you feel me? Let's get this trademark going. Like, if we serious, let's get a trademark. Let's protect it." And it was like one of those things where we going past deadlines. And I talked to my mom one time. I'm like, "Mom's like I don't think he's serious." She like, "Don't wait on nobody." Like, I got your half. I got the half. So you give me your half. I got the half.
I love that.
Let's do it. And I think that is just an example of how she's been throughout my entire life.
Wow.
Is she will put up the bread because she believed in me that much. You know what I mean? I've had many times where I'm like, my brand probably wasn't selling at the time. Here, I got 1,200. I need that back, but
need it back.
I got you right now, though. You feel me? Like, cause she do her thing. She do hair. Fix My Pretty Hair Studio. Okay. But
shout that out one more time.
Yeah, Fix My Pretty Hair Studio, Patterson, California, Pleasanton. She do her thing. But and just to be able to speak on what you said, like experiencing the things that are just from our era. I just took her to New York Fashion Week.
Wow. You took your mom to that?
Yeah.
Wow.
She came with. I'm like, come on. She was like, I want to go. I'm like, come on. You feel me? So took her to a couple runways and just let her experience that. I'm like, Ma, go get lost in New York. Like, you in the Big Apple. You feel me? Like, I'm going to go work, do your thing. So just to be able to do those things, like, you have no idea how much that inspires me.
How does that feel?
It's so different. Because for me, I don't really care about the notoriety or nothing. Like, I know that sounds cliche, but I promise you, when I see my family experiencing things like that, I'm good. Yeah. I'm full. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to have, the DMs. And I don't care about that. It's my family experiencing life like how they are now. I'm able to show my little brother things. I'm able to, show my little sister things, and my son, and you know what I mean, my girl. That's what fuels me. You know what I mean? So it just inspired me even more to be able to let her know, like, yo, all them times when you helped me, your son now can take you to New York real quick and let you experience this. So I know it's a full circle moment for not only me but her too.
And I'm thinking, like, this just the beginning. It's about to be a year, right? It ain't even been a year you've been doing it yet.
Yeah, it's
in
about
November
to
it'll be a year. Yeah. This is literally just the beginning. Yeah. Like, I can only imagine the things that you have planned and want to do for your mom and that you are gonna do. Yeah. And it just makes me think about you saying your girl was a person that, like, she believed you when you said something. And it sounds like your mom also is that person, like, believed you when you said something. And it helps that your mom is an entrepreneur as well. Yes. So she get it. Sure. Because I don't come from that. Like, I'm, like, the first person that introduced, like, entrepreneurship to my family. Yeah. So they looking at me like, I don't know what she doing. You know,
Yeah,
even when they seen the successful stuff, they like,
it's the wild, wild west.
they don't get
They
it.
don't know, yeah.
Yeah, like even with me and being on the news and stuff, like they see it and they like, okay, she work with the kids, but they just still don't understand like what it took for me to even have like an opportunity where the news station from my city want to hear me talk. You know, it's just like they see it,
Crazy emotion.
but they don't understand.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
And,
actually wild though to hear that. I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah, they gotta know you got motion out here. Like you really doing your thing.
they don't like, honestly, like my family in Chicago, they see the stuff I send and they know I do something like with kids. But I think like they're older too, like they old,
Okay.
so it's like even explaining to them, they're like, okay, so you know you this that. And then with my dad, he's just so traditional and he's so like just being a dad, overprotective. And to be honest, he come from like, put my daddy business out there, but like having a little guilt from not being there when I was younger. So now he like, I gotta make sure she good now and when I leave.
I understand that.
So like for him, it's like, I see you doing this, but what is this securing for you? You know, and I'll share things and he'll be like, okay, that's cool, or he might not know people. You know, I think like he had to go look up Keke Palmer, and I'm like, what?
How y'all know Keeks?
You know, like he won't know certain people.
Yeah.
He'll know older people. Like he'll know like 50 Cent or somebody.
Right.
But it was for a minute like tough because I'm just like feeling alone and by myself.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like filled with joy hearing your story, knowing that you have your mom and you have your girl and like you have support, and it's women in your life, and it's like, okay, I can hear positive feedback and support from you as a man,
Right.
you know, with the women in your life, because I know that especially these days in our generation, like that gender war stuff is real. And I think that
Can I speak to that, please?
you can. It's a lot of
Okay.
hate against one another, but look at how you're able to thrive with just the love from women in your life. Speak on it, please.
I'm gonna be so real. Every big moment in my life has been because of a woman. No cap. Every single one. The Foot Locker, the Bloomingdale's, my mom and them investing in me when I had nothing. My girl pouring into me. Like every single big thing in my life was because of a woman.
Yeah.
Y'all the most powerful people on this planet. No question. So it's like that whole, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even entertain the conversations of the gender war, because I grew up mama's boy.
Yeah.
Simple and plain. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm gonna spoil my girl, I'm gonna spoil, you know what I mean?
I love that.
I'm not in none of that, but yeah, anybody that can talk negatively about a woman, just clearly they don't know themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think they know themselves.
Yeah, or some hurt there.
Could be.
Like some
Could
hurt,
be some trauma. For sure.
And then the influences of society now, social media, just make it worse.
Yeah.
You got ignorant people backing up your ignorance. And it's like, so now you just going on with those, negative thoughts or like feelings toward women. And it's like, you're not even trying to heal from that because you don't feel like you need to. But I would say
That's
with
real.
women too, though, like, we have that, F niggas mentality. Well, I'm saying we because I'm a woman, but I don't have that mentality.
He said, not me.
Not me, but like just like women, it's so many things that I've noticed being a woman, that how we are toward men, and it's like even the one thing of like having a high expectation of like a man is supposed to have it all together. I don't gotta have it all together, but if you come to deal with me, you gotta have it all together.
Yeah.
Like there's no support system there. You
That's
only
sad.
want to support when he got everything.
Yeah.
But
that's
then you don't
distorted.
have nothing, and you want to now take from everything he have so you can have your business and this and that, but like you don't have the capacity or the heart to support, right? Or even with like the gender war things, just always like blaming one another and not looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Right. And I just hear from your story the success from women, the success from you being able to look at yourself in the mirror and see what can you do, and the vulnerability that you've had with the women in your life.
Yeah.
I do think that play a part with men. It's not easy for y'all to be emotional or to like wear your heart out and share certain things because y'all have the weight and pressure of feeling like we can't fall off or we gotta have it together because I'm the provider, I'm the man, I'm the leader.
Yeah.
But you be in a space of going to your girl, understanding like it's 80. I only got 20 right now. I need you with this 80% in these areas just for now.
Right.
And her trusting in you and being like, okay,
Yep.
I got 80. I thought I can give 100 if you ain't got nothing.
Right.
Because she believes in you and she's gonna give you that 100. So then at some point you can have it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about, but people don't understand that. I think that's where we're lost at. Everybody is so selfish, and it's like, okay, what can I get? You know, going into a relationship, opposed to like what I have to offer and bring to a person. If I go into a relationship with what I have to offer and bring, and another person come into a relationship with what they have an offer to bring, that's gonna flourish.
Yeah.
But if you're going like, okay, what you bringing to the table? You know, and then that person like, well, what you bringing? Or you talking about what you bringing and you ain't got nothing. That's wild.
Yeah, that whole thing of like just going into something to take. Listen, to me that's childish. Yeah. Especially not even being able to like, even the arguments. Like me and my girl, we don't argue. Mm-hmm. Simple and plain. Even if she a little fiery at the moment, or
we
maybe
emotional, women emotional.
Yeah, or maybe I'm a little fiery at the moment. Like I have my moments.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we? I always just stop the convo. Like, okay, how do we solve this?
That's good.
Because what are we doing? Yeah. We wasting so much time. I'm not about to go to sleep mad. We're not doing none of that.
Yeah.
How do we solve this? What's the middle ground? Okay. Or sometimes I'm be honest. Even if I don't feel she right, you right. You right, baby. I got you. Let me give you a hug. Let's go drink some tea or something. Like, I know it probably sound fake, but I promise you, like, you can ask her. That's really how I am. Mm-hmm. Like,
I believe it.
I just don't care to argue. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? Like, I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I believe that because I heard a married couple say, I think a married man say, you got to choose your battles wisely. Mm-hmm. And he was like, sometimes you got to be wrong even when you're right. And I don't think women should abuse that or take advantage of it, because I know even as a woman, sometimes I got to be wrong even when I'm right. Yeah. You know, I think that's just being in a relationship, like choosing your battles wisely. Yes. And, you know, sometimes you're wrong when you're right.
And understanding that nobody's perfect,
and
right?
Nobody's
it's
perfect.
Like we're all learning here.
Yeah.
I'm only 28 years old. She's 29, about to be 30. So it's like,
y'all not even 30 yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, we still kind of young bull, but
wow.
Just understanding like you're not perfect.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have moments where you truly feel like you're right, just based off how you grew up and the things that you've seen.
For sure.
I think, and that's another thing entrepreneurship taught me, is like knowing multiple perspectives. Mm-hmm. Two things can be right at once.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's a fact. That's good.
Like people don't understand that like you can be right in your world and I can be right in my world just based off what I grew up and seeing.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're wrong.
That's good.
But let's just find a middle ground here.
Yeah.
And I think as long as people are open to have conversations, especially in relationships, it's like, that's why I never entertained it, because I feel like all of that is childish. And I feel like a lot of people feed into it because it's just a distraction from actually doing the work.
Yeah.
Do the work on you, man. Like, do the work. And you shouldn't really even have that many issues in a relationship.
Yeah.
There's always a middle ground.
The biggest thing you said, all of that was clocked, but do the work within yourself.
Yeah.
That's so important. Like, we always depend on someone else when it comes to our self-work, and we haven't done any healing. We don't even love ourselves, but we're trying to go love somebody else.
Yes.
Ooh, and then we don't love ourselves, but we have high expectations for someone else to love us.
Right.
The way we want to be loved. And we don't even know how we want to be loved because we don't love ourselves.
See how crazy that sounds?
That's wild.
It's a crazy cycle.
That's a crazy cycle, and that's what it is, you know? So I appreciate you and, like, you highlighting the women in your life and your girl and, like, being an example of that, and even speaking honest about, you know, your perspective and point from a man. Yeah. You know, because I think we need more of that, and I think that's the reason why everybody's being poisoned with. Too many people got one of these. Too many people got one of these. Man. And that was why I said yes to this podcast. Cause I'm like, I got to at least be one person who can have one of these and, like, do the right thing with it and bring the right people on, which is why you here, right? So I appreciate you for coming. I do want to ask one final thing because I just think about one of my homies who got a dope brand. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Opulent Perspective. And he is, like, in a phase of, like, investing a lot into his brand. He's growing with the designs. People like it. I go somewhere all the time and I see somebody wearing it. I'm just like, whoa, that's crazy. And that's tight as hell. Yeah. But, like, what is advice you can give to somebody who is really trying to push a brand or push something in the fashion industry from just, like, I think when we give advice, it's always, like, surface level on, like, how can I say this? Like, we never speak from, like, what we had to go through to get there. Right. So I'm curious for you. You shared a lot. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Even from, like, the just like the low point, even
Yeah.
from you being in Foot Locker, like for me, I was able to look like, damn, you was in Foot Locker, and I'm thinking like, oh, he up, he winning,
Right.
and you in a very low, dark place, and you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, even from that, or like investing into like, even when I would see your stuff, I'm like, damn, like I would be curious about your manufacturer. I'm like, he just like killing it right now, and to know like they done ran off on the plug, you know? So it's like things like that, or like, you know, you moving back with your mom and like your girl with you and all these things,
Yeah.
and now like your life God has blessed you tremendously and continuing to bless you.
Yeah.
You know, what advice do you have for someone else who may be in that moment, that space you were in?
When it comes to brand building, I've learned like community is key, right? I think as long as you have a strong community and put them first before the designs, all that don't matter if we being honest.
Yeah.
It's community. If your community trusts you, can sell them whatever. You can put just your name on a shirt and it's going to work.
That's a fact. I had my face on the shirt. They selling out, buying it. I'm like, what y'all? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me get another
All
face
Let me
picture on
print
the
some
shirt.
out. Yeah.
Really?
So it's like, but that's because you have a real community that loves you.
Yeah.
So what people fail to realize is like, I just want to be known for the best designs. Who cares, bro? Who cares? 9 times out of 10, you took that design from somebody else anyway. So what you have to focus on is community first, serving, actually be of service. Like, give them the most value that you possibly can, and that's gonna be a hard thing. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
to continuously serve people. But it's like, you do that, you good. You're gonna be in business a long time.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that the hard way, right? With the Foot Locker thing, not to go out on a tangent, but with the Foot Locker thing, I was so focused on a big partnership that I stopped feeding and pouring into the actual community of my brand. And I felt it. And that's full transparency why I kind of ended that partnership, because I'm like, listen, it feels like we're drifting too far away here.
That was your choice to end it.
It was a mutual thing.
Okay, you and your partner.
No, like me and Foot Locker.
Oh,
like,
wow.
You know, one of the execs, like, we used to get on calls all the time and just kind of talk about the sell-through percentage and all of that, right? And so it was just a call where I'm like, literally the call where I was going to say, yeah, like, I'm honestly not, we too far from our consumer. He was like, yeah, just looking at, I'm like, okay. I was like, I'm glad you feel that same way, because I was actually going to address that too.
Yeah.
And it was just a mutual thing. It's all love. I still tap in with Foot Locker. I still be rocking with the, director of marketing, Paulina.
They finna start sending you all their stuff, asking you to put it on.
Oh,
if they haven't already.
We got some things in the works.
You know, okay, I'm gonna look out for that.
But yeah, it's like consumer and supporters first. Like, build a community. That's key.
Yeah.
As far as if you're in that dark space, I would say just lean into that. Like, don't shy away from it. You're in that space for a reason. Maybe it's to reflect. Maybe it's to overview, all of the things that you've made or done and did wrong. But I did a thing that was called Lessons from Rock Bottom. And I wrote a list of all my hardest lessons that I learned at those low points. And now it's like, bro, while you in that moment, take that and do that. Like, take advantage of the things that you're learning in this moment. Because it's going to pass.
Yeah.
You're not going to be there forever. Like, I promise you.
For sure.
It may hurt now. You're good. Like,
for sure.
It always, and then you're going to end up on top for real. Like, as long as you overcome that, now you have data, now you have a story, now you have a message. And let your consumer in on that.
Yeah.
Like, share that with your people that support your brand. They love it.
Because you was doing that. Like, the videos you're doing, although it shifted a little bit, I feel like you was well, not really. You was always having a video where you're talking about something in the background. Like, I've always seen you do that.
Yeah.
And then one day it just popped off.
Exactly.
Right? So.
Same thing. I just kind of switched it to talking about other brands.
Other brands, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lessons from Rock Bottom. I don't know what that is or what that looks like, but that sounds like something that you should expand on and put out. Like, I think whether it's a book, whether it's like a journal, a self-guided journal, or whether it's something like, I don't know, but something you put out to your people like that, Lessons from Rock Bottom sound like something I would buy, and even other people that are doing what you're doing or want to do or have designs, or it may be a whole nother industry they're in.
Yeah.
Everybody has a rock bottom. Everybody has more than one, and there's lessons that come from it, but there are people who don't grab nothing from it.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know, that was just my creative mind. Lessons from Rock Bottom sound
nice.
Hard.
I like that.
Yeah, you should do something with that.
Trademark that.
Yeah, trademark that and do
For
something
real.
from that. That would be dope. And then what else I was gonna say? I I lost my train of thought. Honestly, because I'm really grateful that you came to be on the podcast and you like are open. This is what I was gonna say. So, from what I'm getting from you for the person watching is like staying true to yourself. Is one of the biggest things, and selfless. Like, you know, you even saying like, what do the community want? What do people like look to me for? And like, let me serve before like, oh, I could just design. Let me try to figure out what's gonna pop, or let me try to copy this brand because it's popping right now, and like make my own and put my name on it. Like, be authentic. Yeah. And if it's for you, that's the thing. Someone may be designing right now, and that may not be for them. Yeah. And that's okay.
It's cool. Yeah. You can reinvent yourself
but figure it out. But you got to be authentic to yourself in order to figure it out. Yes. You know, and that's your decision to make. You may love it, then keep going. You never know. You may find your audience of people. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree fully.
Yeah. So I just want to thank you again for coming. This was good convo. I feel like a lot of people going to tune in because I didn't know a lot of this stuff about you. Yeah. So hearing this, I'm like, dang. And that's why I brought you. I'm like, that's so beautiful to see what you're doing now. I want to do a closeout question. What is the highlight of between this? It's almost a year. So within this year, what has been like, I feel like I know what you're going to say. Like you probably already said it. But what is like your highlight? Like what is like, or it could be a person you met or like an opportunity you had.
I'll be honest. Like it's all been just such a blur. For real, because it's just moving so fast for me, and I think I'm just so focused. Like you said, I'm only just about a year in. You know, being able to just talk to these celebrities is cool and all that. I know you thinking like, I think the moment of New York Fashion Week taking mom, that was very big for me. But I think being able to actually have an audience that truly trusts me is probably the most like fulfilling thing to me. Yeah. Because again, like you have to understand, like I was speaking before this. I was real like speaking and sharing my story is like
we were supposed to do some
purpose.
Stuff together.
Exactly. With the schools. Still can, by the way.
For sure.
But that's my purpose. Like I love sharing knowledge of what I learned on my journey. So to be able to like take my business knowledge, my fashion knowledge, and actually put it out to people and they really receive it. I think that has been the most fulfilling thing for me. And yeah, I know it's only gonna get bigger. You know what I mean? Sure. Like, but yeah, it's just crazy what you can do with a focused 8 months to 12 months. Yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't be a business person. You really have to have a certain type of mindset to flourish in those fields. You know, so. And I know it take a lot. So I commend you. And, you know, I pray more blessings for you and your family and more success. And honestly, I pray that you continue to walk in alignment with God and your purpose. You know, I pray that this is like something that brings you even more closer to that. And I can see you very soon on platforms like these like Essence Festival, how they doing the panels, or like Culture Con. You're going to that, ain't you?
I was invited. I can't go though.
Okay, look at that. He's able to turn down Culture
Con. I didn't turn. I just played out plays. I didn't turn y'all. I genuinely can't go. If I could, I would have went for sure.
But just in general, like I can see you like the invite looking different. Yeah. The invite will be you sitting in a seat on the panel for people to hear from you. Yeah. And that's your purpose. God you know willing. What I'm saying? So God willing. I believe it. You know? I believe it's already happening. You know, so I'm happy for you. We're going to claim it and speak in advance.
Yes, for sure. And I'm so honored to be here. To see what you built too is just, you inspire me, truthfully.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, like I genuinely, you were one of the people that I watched out of the debate. I'm like, it's possible. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, of course, I had my lane of actually doing the fashion. You were doing the styling. I'm just like, man, like, that's why I always tapped in with you, even though like they probably won't even believe this is our first time sitting down.
For sure.
First time meeting in person, I think. No, I met you.
I think we met in person in LA at Black on the Block.
Yeah,
was that the first time? That's crazy.
Yeah, that was. Whoa. Yeah. So this is the first official sit down. Yeah. Though. So it's like I just love that we in two different worlds, but we always bring it together. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, I'm honored to be here. I appreciate you.
For sure, I'm honored to have you. For real. For sure. This is your camera. How can people find you?
Yeah, at Papa Yang on everything. On YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. If you DM me, I will look at it. If it's something crazy, I probably won't respond. But yeah, just tap in with me there if you want to be up to date with all the new fashion trends, all the new fashion drops, and just to hear my perspective on why you should buy or pay attention to these things.
And is Yang something that can still, like,
Yes.
this Yang coming, we finna see
For
a
sure.
drop?
Yeah, so I'm going to be honest with you. I've been cooking.
Okay.
Took my downtime and kind of focused on the content, but this entire time I've been doing pattern making, really learning the back end scenes behind fashion.
More hands-on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So y'all gonna see a lot of good stuff November. Sorry.
Okay.
November is up. And that's all I got to say.
That's all you got to say. We're going to drop it. Thank
sure.
y'all for tuning in to another episode of This Might Get Deep. Y'all know we got deep, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know I don't like saying that, but do it. Thank y'all
Do it
for tuning
anyway.
in. Right. All right.
All right.